Damn, he said he's coming out now.
All right, Chow said that we can put these headlight masks on anything.
What the heck are you doing?
Look
I didn't
at
mean
that
anything.
baby right there.
I didn't. Oh my god.
Wrong bike?
Yeah,
right.
not anything, anything.
Let me go get the other bike. Hold on. All right, is this one better?
That's much better, yes.
Wait, I got something else. Oh my god, there's no rear brakes. What about this one?
One of my favorites.
I grabbed the wrong bike. Hold on,
Okay.
this is 3D printed one.
Grab the wrong bike.
Battery's dead.
Yeah.
And I'm not pushing it. I just pedaled like 50 yards. But
Pedaled
is this one good?
Yeah,
No.
second favorite.
No, it's not good.
Second,
All right,
okay.
Hold on, I'll get another one.
Not good. What?
This one better be good, Chow. Look at it.
I mean, just get a look at that.
Yes.
It's got the graphics kit on
the
it.
favorite.
The Rift headlight mask. Yeah, you don't think it's good? Well, GritShift, today we're gonna go over the Rift headlight mask. If you don't know what the Rift headlight mask is, here it is. It is a headlight mask for a mid-size, pit-size, or full-size e-moto. This is virtually the first of its kind for an electric dirt bike, I would say. I'm gonna tell you why we created this mask in the first place. A few different reasons. I would say one of the more entertaining reasons would be Chow. We said that we're not gonna break any parts today.
I didn't break that.
Crashing and breaking things all the time. I get to the top after he has already made it, and I see his bike missing a whole front brake master. The headlight was all bent up. He was happy as can be, but he couldn't ride the rest of the day because of the brake. But anyways, that was one instance. Another instance was a step-up jump in our hill climb spot. Between the jump, there's two walls. He decided instead of jumping straight to just jump to the left and literally just fist the wall with his bike and the front end of his bike. I felt bad because he looked like he was hurting, but yeah, reasons like that is one of the reasons why we made this mask. It's virtually indestructible. We could literally use this thing as a freaking if you want. It's kind of shaped like a ramp. You could bend it any which way you want. You could hold that front brake and floor it. Do whatever you want with it, basically, and it won't break. Sorry, I'm messing up your graphics. But look at that. We can mount 2 Rifts on one bike.
Hey.
We spent a lot of time trying to figure out what blend of plastic material to make these with. I think we've tried like, I don't know, I think it was like 27 different blends with different additives. We finally landed on a product that we're happy with, that has a good gloss finish. This is not production, by the way. Production ones are a lot shinier, which I have in this box right here, actually. So it comes with all this stuff that you could see here. I don't know why Chow packed all this in the freaking box. That's littering, don't do that. But this is a production version, nice glossy finish. Anyways, we'll use that one as a ramp to show you guys how indestructible it is. Some of the other reasons why we made this mask, and like on a real note, this is really why we made the mask, is most of the mid-size e-motos, and even like the Ultra B and the Komodo for that matter, comes with just a number plate. Most of the mid-size e-motos come with ODI style number plates, which are nice. They look good, they're minimalistic, but these bikes also have a light bar typically on top of that number plate. If you're like us and you have race numbers, or if you just have a stylish graphic kit you want to display, like that light bar kind of hides that look. And when we're out at race events and photographers need to see our race numbers on our bikes, because we all know like the numbers on the sides of these bikes are never legible because they're usually on the battery and your legs are usually covering that. So this is an easy way for you to have race numbers that are clearly legible and also look really good. In my opinion, this makes the bike look the best that they can look front end wise. The other thing is when you're doing fork swaps and stuff like that, like the Cirrus front end, you're not putting an ODI number plate. It's gonna look like your bike skipped leg day. Same thing if you're doing KTM fork conversions, stuff like that. Same thing with Teleria Komodo. You get a KTM front number plate. Yeah, it looks good, but it looks way too big. It's like out of proportion for these bikes. So this is a good happy medium for the mid-size, the pit bike size, the RTRs and stuff like that. And also some of these full-size e-motos. Other thing with this headlight mask, particularly the headlight itself, on our website, we're selling these right now on a sale for, I think they're $38, their pre-order sale, which just opened up. Regular retail is gonna be $58.99. The caveat with this headlight mask is the headlight itself. On our website, we're not selling them right now with the Baja headlight. These are designed to work with a Baja S2 Pro or Sport headlight. Now you might say that you already have a Baja and it's one of those Amazon knockoff Bajas or Chinese Fubu ones that your friend's brother, sister sold you or whatever.
Obviously, it had to be done, the fake Baja light off of Amazon.
Those will not directly bolt onto these because these have a different bolt pattern. Baja has a very unique bolt pattern design. We didn't really know about this, didn't think of it at first. We always use Baja just because the reliability aspect of it, but you can get these knockoff Bajas to actually work fairly simple. You need to modify the mask and the headlight bezel. So you might ask what the headlight bezel is and also brake line guide and stuff like that. So the headlight bezel is basically what replaces the Baja light front plate. So you take that off, throw it away, put it in your drawer, save it for later, and you basically replace the mask with that front plate, right? And then that bezel goes around the outside of the front plate, and that's just to give equal distribution seal around the lens and the headlight, because we don't want to rely just solely on plastic. So we have a aluminum bezel here that equally distributes that load there. And then the brake line guide. We originally weren't going to do this, but being that Chow and Rusty have convinced me otherwise that this is really useful, because half these bikes don't really have great brake line guides, or they just don't exist. We made a two-piece brake line guide. So once you unbolt this, this actually splits into two pieces. So you don't have to be playing around with your brake lines and rerouting lines and taking masters off and all that stuff. You could literally put this on, put the two-piece brake line guide on, it's already on, you're good to go. You don't have to mess around with it or anything like that. Going back to the Chinese headlights, what you have to do to modify those to get those to fit is literally just drill the hole out with like one size drill bit larger than what these holes already are. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but literally just drill them out slightly larger because the bolt pattern is offset by like, I think only like 1 millimeter or so. So drill that out, you'll be good. The Teleria Komodo actually has one of those, I think, Knights, NII GT lights or whatever they're called from Amazon. So you can't even tell that it's not a Baja. Another caveat to this, which I would recommend if you have a larger size bike that you're putting this on, this is really only applicable to larger size bikes. You see the Komodo, you see the reflection off that front fender there. A lot of the larger size bikes, the fenders either veer up or they just angle up like the Komodo does, and you'll get some light reflection depending on the headlight that you have. The Baja combo light that has the flood and spot, the flood pattern being that you're mounting it vertical, the flood pattern is going to be veering like this. It's going to be going up and down rather than its normal horizontal mount that veers from right to left. So we've already contacted Baja, and it sounds like they are going to make a different angled lens to correct that, but that's the reason why you get a lot of light reflection off the front fender on certain bikes. Doesn't happen on all bikes, but that could be a little bit annoying to some people at nighttime because you do see that while you're riding. Again, only on some bikes. Me, I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me too much. Out of all the people that we've had these made for, we've never really had any complaints of that. So I just wanted to make that 100% clear. That way it's not a surprise or anything like that. Yeah, that's all that we got for this headlight mask. It's, I think, the best headlight mask on the market. Cool. 2 broken bikes. Justin! Okay, we're gonna use old trusty Zero Where'd that mask go? How do you even get this thing to start? All right. What do we call this? The wear resistance test. This is so much sketchier not on my bike that I'm used to. All right, gotta get it lined up right. All right, hold that front brake and floor it. All right. Question is, oh my God, we made a big line. Question is, can we still mount it? Can we still mount it? Sorry, I'm messing up your graphics. But look at that. We can mount 2 rifts on one bike.
Hey.
So if you feel like taking over your friend's rift because he doesn't deserve it, I had to think about that for a second. You could take his, put his on your bike, or you can mount it on your fender. But yeah, we got some wear there, but still works perfectly fine. Now we're gonna jump this bad boy. And it works as a Frisbee, but doesn't land good. It should land the other way. All right, we're gonna jump it now. Oh no. All right, she's still positioned. Oh yeah. Right into the tree. I'm trying to think of new things to do with it. We've already done all this. All right, granted it doesn't have a headlight in it, so it's gonna get beat up more than it would with a headlight, but that's what we kind of want. All the burnt rubber. Can we still mount it? I think so. So, anyways, I think this is a bit of a waste of time now. We should get back to work because this thing's still going. Try to do this with one of your Amazon knockoff ones. Good luck.